1 month and 5 days of complete and utter sobriety. But just jumping right into it, because I might have to go make a delivery. Not drugs, food. So I was really craving weed yesterday. It might have something to do with not having found a new sponsor immediately after I had to let one go because of there was some addict behaviors there. Basically, somebody that I found out didn't have what I want, which is stability. So they say to get someone that has what you want when looking for a sponsor. So in short order, I freed myself from that, and now I'm putting out feelers to work with someone who has more than 10 years of sobriety and just an all-around stable life. But let's see, I smoked like 4 cigarettes today, but the pack is gone, and I'm saying this out loud because telling on myself is a way I have found to help. I need to reverse this. It makes things simpler when you say them out loud. And then you feel like an idiot because you told the whole world, in my case, something, and then you don't stick to it. So I'm telling on myself because I've been smoking cigarettes, and it's not the best thing for me. But guess what? I did not smoke weed. I did not drink alcohol. I'm still at my own place. I can do whatever I want. This is like relapse heaven. It's probably not the best way to say it, but it's also going to be my sacred space, my recovery heaven, because heaven or hell is in the mind, right? So a lot of people have been getting down lately about world issues, myself being one of them, and I let it be an excuse, one of the excuses for my last couple of relapses, but no more. Um, the sooner that we acknowledge that if everything had gone smoothly, we wouldn't appreciate the miracles that we're about to experience, right? So this goes for the macro as just a world unit on this plane of existence, but it also applies to me and to anyone else struggling with addiction, because it's just so much sweeter when you've come through all that turmoil. And I just hope to be able to help somebody. I'm still listening to my guided affirmations just on repeat for, I guess, years now. Probably a good 2.5, maybe 3 years. I don't know, maybe I lied. I still lie every day, but I'm working on it, trying to get better. So I got a job delivering food, which I'm super grateful for, because it allows me a lot of time to reflect, journal, stay in my phone, stay in my network. Today I was able to go jump in the ocean and do a cold plunge. I was also able to sun gaze and like be vacuuming out my car in between deliveries. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that is the answer, is just finding joy in the little things, even if it is just not being in a crack house or a jail cell or on a cardboard box or under a bridge or on a yacht, isolated, like, we got notifications coming in. Just all places I've been to, all completely miserable in my addiction. So money, no money, it didn't matter. It was about the emotional bottoms. It was about the way I felt inside. And so I feel like when I take this drug test that I just bought at Dollar Tree, I'm going to be free and clean of weed. Yep. So, celebrating small victories, getting back on my discipline shit. I've been to the gym like twice today. Let's see, caffeine, I've had 450 milligrams all day. But yeah, that's it in terms of mind or mood altering substances. And some people say caffeine is, it's kind of like intertwined with recovery, but for me, I want to be done with all of it. I'm going to switch back to the matcha and ormus, as well as shilajit in my smoothies in the morning. Yeah, I'm just stoked I didn't use. So if I want to keep this up, I know I'm going to have to work steps, but I'm being proactive. I made a noon meeting today out in the sunshine, and which is mostly just newcomers anyways, but still just to keep the momentum of 90 and 90, which is what they recommend, 90 meetings in 90 days, and I've been able to do that in person. This is kind of all over the place, but my newfound kind of wind in my sails has been getting a job. And I went to an interview today, and I was ready to, take a drug test if need be or whatever. And lastly, because I don't want this to run too long, I had a friend call me who's going down the same path I did. Left, was asked to leave their recovery house and already went to the weed, which is the easiest false bliss that so many of us seem to go to. So lately, a lot of my prayers weren't panning out. But as I've said before, if your prayers aren't getting answered, a true teacher never speaks during a test. And that's a situation for a lot of us, especially right now. So I'm going to get spiritual for a minute, but we are not these bodies. We all exist forever and ever and ever. So I think the main reason that I know for me, the most important thing, more so than world issues, more so than trying to fix or make amends to anyone, is making amends and fixing the relationship with myself. So they say if you want to gain self-esteem, start doing esteemable things. And for me, I'm just grateful to have a job after freaking, I don't know, it's probably been 2, maybe going on 3 weeks. I've just been going to meetings and like sapping off of my family. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Or like working, a waiter shift here and there, which I can make some pretty good money, but that's been all my money. So just to have something to just get me out of my funk, So just hang in there. If anyone else is dealing with isolation as I was, the easiest cure for that is to reach out to others, which is what I'm about to do. I think my shift is technically over now, so I don't have to go anywhere because it's through an app. So also with the internet, there are wonderful things to be had on the internet. You can either use it as a tool or you can let it use you. If you get addicted to the TikTok algorithm and you're looking up dumb shit, or if you get sucked into pornography, what other addictions are there? Just mindless humor, yeah, you can go down that road and you can distract. You can use it to get away from fear vibrations, but then you can overdo it as well. What's worked for me has been binging emotional and trauma healing videos, as well as binging AA speaker tapes. Everyone would do well to have a 12-step program, in my opinion, but since I haven't formally worked the whole 12 steps yet, and I've only gleaned so much benefit from it, I can't even imagine, how great it will get. So that's what this channel is for, is to keep myself accountable. Hitting about 12 minutes is here, and that's going to be the cap for this. But yeah, it's just, man, it's so great to be alive and to remember that, in the words of Course of Miracles, heaven is entered two by two. So even on my worst day, which was yesterday, I went to like an obscene amount of meetings, like, 2 meditation meetings and 2 AA meetings. And that's barely what kept me from picking up weed, man. I don't know why. I was just trying to. My disease wants me to self-destruct. And literally, if it wasn't, 2 weeks ago, telling myself that Kratom would help me clean my car and work out better, which is bullshit because I did both of those today, or these past couple of days, that now I've paid up another month here, so I might as well just smoke weed one time and it'll help me deepen my meditation and write out my goals list. That's all bullshit. So it's hard to spot self-deception by yourself. I believe I'll be starting a Telegram or a Discord chat specifically for this recovery journey. I do have a Telegram for the other stuff I'm into, but I'm realizing too that that's detracting from my sobriety. Yeah, it's good to have a certain amount of awareness about world issues, but then once you wake up, it's time to focus on yourself. So follow your heart, follow that still inner voice, listen to your heart and your gut, because you have 3 minds. You have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And it's not just up here. If you're in here, you're in a bad neighborhood, and you need to get out of your mind, move a muscle, change a thought, pick up the phone, even if it seems to weigh 200 pounds, message me, I'll give you my number, or just shoot me an email. Hopefully, I will continue being as energized as I am today. But if not, I'm going to tell someone about it. I've made it 5 freaking days. This is the longest I've gone without something. You know, that, I mean, all I've done is self-soothe by way of breaking my nofap twice. But I'm a human being. I have these urges, right? I'm not ashamed to say that. The most important thing is my life review. Really. So, if no one's told you yet today, you are loved, and you are love and pure unconditional awareness. You are never going to die. You just exist forever and ever and ever and ever. And there will be a life review. So you might as well make peace with yourself now, right? Sometimes it's baby steps. Some days suck. But if it wasn't for the days that sucked, you would never appreciate the good ones. Anyways, peace and love.